Hey, what's going on everybody? How are you people doing? Welcome back to another video. So here's another recap of the World Cup qualifier games. So right now I'm going to be doing a recap of the Portugal and the Serbia game, man. And what can I say, man? What a win today for Serbia, man. I thought that Portugal was going to win this game, but it looks like in this game that Cristiano Ronaldo just absolutely did not show up for Portugal, because it looks like for most of this game, Serbia's football team just did a heck of a job of just basically pocketing Ronaldo. I mean, I think Serbia's midfield, was the ultimate key difference maker today, or their defense in pocketing Ronaldo. But the biggest thing about this game though is that in the first 2 minutes I feel like that Serbia just easily gifted Portugal that goal, because that goal right there by Portugal, that was just gifted to him by Serbia. That was just a really bad blunder by Serbia's back four. So I thought that was going to change the momentum of the game, but sure enough today, man, Serbia, they were able to pick themselves up in the second half. Tadic scored an equalizer for Serbia right before halftime. It was like in the, I think, what, 34th minute or something? Yeah, 33rd minute. But let's be honest here, man, Serbia, I think they 100% deserve to win this game today, because Portugal, I don't know what happened, but Portugal just played pretty poorly today, if you honestly ask me. I mean, they missed a lot of opportunities. And as for Serbia though, Mitrovic, he showed up for them in the 90th minute, and this game proves to me right here that Mitrovic, without a doubt, he's Serbia's best player. Out of all the players that play for Serbia, Milenkovic, Savic, Vlahovic, Tadic, I think that Mitrovic, out of all those players, also Mitrovic, of course, I think he's the best player out of all of them, just because Mitrovic, he's the most underrated striker in the qualifiers, if you ask me. Because obviously Mitrovic's greatest asset of being a football player is just his crazy heading ability, and that's the thing, man. Having a big striker on your team can go a very long way. And Mitrovic, given how he's been playing for Fulham lately, he's been absolutely incredible for them. And once again tonight, Mitrovic, just, I think he deserves man of the match just because of that header in the 90th minute. So it just goes to show you, man, that Serbia's football team, they have great potential. And I said this before, like, I think last year that Serbia's football team, I think, can have great potential. The only thing that might be holding them back is their defensive play and their defensive inconsistency. And this game today just proves my point that Serbia, I think they can have great potential, just as good as Croatia did. So yeah, Croatia, they also qualified today for the World Cup as well. So kudos to Croatia, man. They got the win over Russia 1-0, and then Serbia, they beat Portugal 2-1 today. So both Serbia and Croatia automatically have qualified for the World Cup. So a pretty great day to be a Croatia and a Serbia fan. And I'm wondering if Serbia is going to be playing Croatia in the World Cup in Qatar, because if there is one game I really want to see, it's a Serbia and Croatia game. It would be absolutely crazy to see a Serbia-Croatia matchup. So now I'm going to do my recap of the rest of the games. Croatia, they beat Russia 1-0 today thanks to an own goal. Slovenia, they beat Cyprus 2-1. Slovakia, they got a 6-0 win over Malta. Romania, they win 2-0 over Liechtenstein. North Macedonia, they qualified for the playoffs again. So North Macedonia, they looked very impressive versus Iceland today. So I can't wait to see if North Macedonia is going to be able to qualify again for a tournament like how they did for Euro 2020. So all I can say is, man, best of luck to North Macedonia in the playoffs. And then Germany, they beat Armenia 4-1. Spain, they beat Sweden 1-0. Greece and Kosovo, they drew 1-1. Ireland beat Luxembourg 3-0. And then Serbia beat Portugal 2-1. So overall, man, what a great day for all the World Cup qualifying games. But the biggest, craziest game today was the Serbia and the Portugal game, man. And what can I say, dude? Going back to this game, I think this was without doubt the best game to watch out of all the World Cup qualifier games today. So as for Portugal right now, they're going to have to go through the playoffs again, and it's going to be interesting to see if Ronaldo's going to put on another masterclass for Portugal, like how he did for them in their 2014 World Cup campaign, when I think he scored a hat-trick against Sweden. And out of all the Portugal games in the qualifiers, I think that was Ronaldo's best ever performance for Portugal in a qualifying game. Just his crazy hat-trick versus Sweden in the 2014 World Cup qualifiers. But I do think that Ronaldo is going to qualify with Portugal for another World Cup, because I don't see Portugal not qualifying for the World Cup at all. And the crazy part is I'm wondering who Portugal is going to be playing again in the playoffs. So overall, man, I really liked what I saw from the game today, but without a doubt, man of the match would have to be Mitrovic, man. Just Mitrovic, man, that guy is an absolute beast. He's like Serbia's own version of Ibrahimovic, just being really good in the air. Like, that's the toughest part of facing Mitrovic, is that, just his aerial durability is undeniably one of the best, if not, a top 3 in Europe. And of course, as a Poland football fan, I'm wondering who Poland is going to be playing in the playoffs, because, like Portugal, Poland, they also qualified for the World Cup playoffs, and determining to see who's going to be able to secure that final ticket for the World Cup in Qatar. And in my opinion, it would be pretty sick if Poland were to play Portugal again, in a rematch of Euro 2016, but I think that would be a very tough game for Poland, a Ronaldo-Lewandowski matchup. But obviously Portugal, they have the way better squad compared to Poland. But right now, I just can't wait for, the World Cup qualifiers to conclude, and then wait for the draw to see who's going to be playing each other in the World Cup qualifying playoffs. So anyways, ladies and gents, that's my recap of the game here. Let me know what you thought about in the comment section below.